Russia has changed a lot since then. Today I want to tell you about the unique life I experienced when I came to Russia. Imagine entering a 212-deck room where strangers offer to perform a plaza ritual on your naked body using bundles of birch branches, a practice considered rude to refuse in Russia. This unconventional ritual, where people gently beat each other with venik bundles, birch, oak, or eucalyptus branches, offers remarkable health benefits. A plaza increases circulation by 400%, opens pores, releases toxins more effectively than modern detox programs, and provides aromatherapy from natural oils. Russian medical literature extensively documents Banya benefits, including improved cardiovascular function, a 300% boost in immune response, reduced stress hormones, and increased endorphin production, often surpassing the effects of pharmaceutical antidepressants. Russian banyas thrive on unique social principles, no personal space and no judgment based on body type, status, or background. Billionaires sit alongside factory workers and professors learn from peasants. Everyone is equal in the steam. Russian doctors frequently prescribe banya visits for various ailments like respiratory and skin problems, muscle tension, circulation issues, and depression. Many Russians consider weekly banya visits as crucial as diet and exercise, spending about $200 annually, a stark contrast to Americans' $2,000 gym memberships that often go unused. The social bonding in banyas creates vital support networks. Business partnerships are solidified, political alliances form, and lifelong friendships are forged through these intimate healing rituals, built on a foundation of shared vulnerability and trust. Remarkably, banya culture continues to thrive in modern Russia. Young Russians, from Moscow hipsters to tech entrepreneurs, enthusiastically embrace these traditions, demonstrating a seamless coexistence of ancient practices and contemporary life. Now here's something that will completely blow your mind. One of the most striking aspects of Russian culture, particularly in Moscow and St. Petersburg, is the incredible attention to fashion and personal presentation. Russian women are renowned worldwide for their beauty, but what truly impressed me was the sophisticated sense of style that permeates daily life. Walking through the city center, you'll notice that people dress up for ordinary activities. Going to the grocery store, meeting friends for coffee, or taking public transportation becomes an opportunity to showcase personal style. This isn't about showing off wealth. It's about taking pride in appearance and respecting social situations. The fashion industry here is thriving with both international brands and local designers creating unique pieces. Shopping centers like Gum on Red Square offer luxury experiences, but you'll also find incredible vintage shops and local boutiques throughout the city offering distinctive styles at various price points. What surprised me most was how this attention to appearance extends beyond clothing. Hair salons, nail studios, and beauty services are abundant and affordable. A professional haircut might cost $15, while similar services in Western cities could cost 5 to 10 times more. Russians seem to understand that looking good isn't just about vanity. It's about self-respect and social courtesy. Shopping in Russia offers everything from luxury boutiques to traditional markets with price ranges that accommodate various budgets. Major shopping centers like Evropsky or Afimol provide international brands alongside local retailers. These complexes include entertainment, dining, and services that make them social destinations rather than just shopping venues. Traditional markets offer authentic experiences where you can find everything from fresh produce to handcrafted items. Izmailovsky Market showcases traditional Russian crafts, Soviet memorabilia, and unique souvenirs that reflect the country's rich history. What amazed me was the quality-to-price ratio. Handcrafted items that would cost hundreds of dollars elsewhere are available for $20 to $50. The fashion scene particularly impressed me. Local designers create pieces that rival international brands but at fraction of the cost. A custom-tailored suit might cost $200. Designer dresses start at $50. The attention to quality and detail reflects the Russian appreciation for craftsmanship and style. Here's where things get really interesting and where most people's assumptions fall apart completely. Russia's economy operates differently than most Western countries, and the numbers tell a fascinating story. The average salary in Moscow is around $800. In St. Petersburg, it's a bit lower at about $570 per month. These figures might seem low by Western standards, but here's the crucial context most people miss. A decent apartment in Moscow starts at around $800. However, you can find older apartments further from the city center for $500. The key difference is the purchasing power and what you actually get for your money. A meal at a nice restaurant costs anywhere from $8 to $15. A week's worth of groceries might cost $30. Adaptation, as I mentioned, is incredibly affordable. Even entertainment like theater tickets or museum admissions rarely exceed $10. When you factor in these costs, the quality of life equation becomes much more complex than simple salary comparisons. Russia's business landscape offers opportunities and challenges that differ significantly from Western markets. Starting a business requires navigating bureaucratic processes, but the potential rewards are substantial. Labor costs are lower than Western countries, while the educated workforce provides excellent human capital. The domestic market of 145 million people provides substantial opportunities for businesses that understand local preferences and cultural nuances. E-commerce is growing rapidly, with platforms like Wildberries and Ozon competing effectively with international giants. What surprised me was the entrepreneurial spirit among younger Russians who see opportunities to build businesses that serve both domestic and international markets. Russian culture operates on layers that take time to understand and appreciate. The stereotype of cold, unfriendly people couldn't be further from reality. Once you break through initial formalities, Russians value deep, meaningful relationships over casual acquaintances. This means initial interactions might seem reserved, but once you're accepted into someone's circle, the warmth and loyalty are extraordinary. The intellectual culture here is remarkable. Literature, music, and arts aren't just entertainment. They're integral parts of daily conversation. People quote Tolstoy or Dostoevsky naturally in discussions. Classical music performances are packed with audiences of all ages, not just older generations. Education is highly valued, with literacy rates reaching 99%. The respect for knowledge and learning permeates society in ways that surprised me. Even casual conversations often touch on philosophy, history, or current events with a depth that's refreshing. Russian social interactions follow patterns that differ from Western norms but create deep, meaningful relationships once understood. Building genuine friendships takes time and effort, but once established, these relationships involve mutual support, loyalty, and emotional investment that can last lifetimes. Family connections remain strong across generations. Multi-generational households are common not from economic necessity but from cultural preference. Social etiquette emphasizes respect, particularly for older generations and authority figures. There's a formality to interactions that might seem cold at first but actually represents consideration and respect for others. Perhaps the most shocking discovery about Russia is how forward-thinking and optimistic many people remain despite international challenges and media portrayals that focus primarily on political tensions. Young Russians embrace global culture while maintaining pride in their heritage. Innovation continues across multiple sectors. Space technology, nuclear energy, artificial intelligence, and biotechnology research proceed at high levels. Urban development projects transform cities with modern infrastructure, green spaces, and cultural facilities. Moscow's renovation programs have created pedestrian zones, improved public transportation, and enhanced quality of life for residents. The entrepreneurial spirit thrives among younger generations who see opportunities to build businesses that serve both domestic and international markets. Technology startups emerge regularly, creative industries flourish. And cultural exchanges continue despite political tensions, demonstrating the resilience of human connections beyond governmental policies. Walking through Moscow feels like traveling through different centuries simultaneously. Red Square isn't just a tourist destination. It's a living piece of history where every building tells an incredible story. St. Basil's Cathedral, with its colorful onion domes, looks like something from a fairy tale. The legend says Ivan the Terrible ordered the architect's eyes removed after completion so he could never create anything more beautiful. Whether that's true or not, standing before those 9 chapels with their unique designs, you understand why such stories exist. The Kremlin walls stretch for over 2 kilometers, containing palaces, cathedrals, and government buildings within a fortress that has stood for centuries. The contrast between these ancient structures and Moscow's modern skyscrapers creates a skyline unlike anywhere else on Earth. But it's not just the famous landmarks. Even ordinary residential buildings showcase architectural details that would be considered luxury elsewhere. Ornate balconies, detailed facades, and grand entrances are standard throughout the city center. And every corner reveals another architectural masterpiece that would be the centerpiece of any other city's tourism campaign. Russian cultural institutions operate at a level that puts most world capitals to shame. The Bolshoi Theater isn't just a tourist attraction. It's a living institution where world-class performances happen regularly for audiences that include both visitors and locals. Ticket prices for cultural events are surprisingly accessible. Bolshoi performances range from $10 to $80. The Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg houses over 3 million items and would take years to see completely. The collection spans from ancient artifacts to modern masterpieces, and the Winter Palace setting adds architectural grandeur to the artistic treasures. Street art and contemporary culture thrive alongside classical traditions. Modern galleries, independent theaters, and music venues create a vibrant scene that appeals to younger generations while respecting cultural heritage. What amazed me was how integrated arts are into daily life. Classical concerts aren't stuffy affairs for elderly elites. Young people attend regularly and genuinely engage with the performances. Poetry readings draw packed audiences. Literature discussions happen in cafes and parks. This isn't cultural posturing, it's genuine appreciation for intellectual and artistic achievement. Russian entertainment culture combines traditional elements with modern trends, creating unique experiences that cater to diverse interests. Moscow's nightlife rivals any major international city. Clubs, bars, and restaurants stay open late and offer everything from electronic music to traditional folk performances. Cover charges typically range from $5 to $20. Cultural entertainment is abundant and affordable. Concert halls host everything from classical symphonies to contemporary bands. Theater performances, both traditional and experimental, provide intellectual and emotional experiences that engage audiences deeply. But what really shocked me was the sophistication of the entertainment scene. This isn't just about drinking and partying. Russians approach entertainment as cultural enrichment. A night out might include dinner at a restaurant featuring live classical music, followed by a contemporary art exhibition opening, then drinks at a literary cafe where local poets perform. Russian cuisine extends far beyond the stereotypical borscht and vodka, though both are excellent when prepared properly. The food scene, especially in Moscow and St. Petersburg, has evolved dramatically and offers incredible diversity. Traditional dishes like beef stroganoff, pelmeni dumplings, and bliny pancakes represent comfort food at its finest. But the modern restaurant scene incorporates influences from across the former Soviet republics, creating fusion cuisines that are uniquely Russian. Georgian cuisine is particularly popular with khachapuri cheese bread and kankali soup dumplings available throughout major cities. Central Asian influences bring plov rice dishes and various grilled meats that add spice and flavor variety. The market culture is vibrant with fresh produce, artisanal products, and specialty items available at reasonable prices. Food quality is generally high, with many products sourced locally or regionally rather than imported from distant countries. What shocked me was how affordable great food can be. A fantastic meal at a local restaurant might cost $8, while the same quality would cost $40 in New York or London. Russia's educational system produces some of the world's most capable minds, and experiencing this firsthand was truly eye-opening. Moscow State University, founded in 1755, ranks among the world's top institutions and attracts students globally. The cost of education here is remarkably affordable compared to Western standards. International students can pursue degrees for $3,000 to $12,000 annually, while accommodation costs range from $1,000 to $3,000 per year. Living expenses add another $500 to $1,000 monthly, making quality education accessible to students from various economic backgrounds. Compare this to American universities, where tuition alone can exceed $500,000 annually. The academic rigor is intense but rewarding. Russian universities emphasize deep theoretical understanding combined with practical application. Students in technical fields often graduate with skills that immediately translate to professional success. The respect for education extends beyond formal institutions. Libraries are well-funded and heavily used. Cultural institutions like museums and theaters offer educational programs that engage people of all ages in lifelong learning. Russia's healthcare system combines universal coverage with private options, creating a structure that ensures basic care while allowing enhanced services for those who choose them. Medical tourism is growing as international patients discover high-quality care at affordable prices. Complex procedures that might cost tens of thousands of dollars elsewhere are available for fractions of those amounts. A dental implant might cost $300 compared to $3,000 in the United States. Cosmetic surgery procedures cost 70% less than Western countries while maintaining high-quality standards. The medical education system produces highly qualified doctors who often speak multiple languages and understand international medical standards. Many Russian doctors have trained or practiced abroad, bringing global perspectives to local healthcare delivery. Russia's transportation infrastructure spans incredible distances and connects remote regions in ways that seem almost impossible given the geographic challenges. The Trans-Siberian Railway represents one of humanity's greatest engineering achievements. This 9,000-kilometer journey takes you across 11 time zones and through landscapes that change dramatically from European Russia through Siberian wilderness to the Pacific coast. A complete journey takes about 7 days and costs between $500 to $2,000 depending on accommodation class. Imagine crossing an entire continent for less than most people spend on a weekend vacation. Domestic flights connect major cities efficiently and affordably. A flight from Moscow to St. Petersburg takes about 1 hour and costs between $50 to $150. Even flights to distant cities like Vladivostok or Yekaterinburg are reasonably priced compared to similar distances in other countries. The highway system, while still developing in remote areas, connects major population centers effectively. This might surprise many people, but Russia's technology adoption and digital infrastructure are remarkably advanced. The Yandex ecosystem provides everything from maps and taxi services to food delivery and online shopping with efficiency that rivals any global platform. Mobile payment systems are widely adopted. Most transactions happen digitally and even small vendors accept electronic payments. The internet infrastructure supports high-speed connections throughout major cities, enabling a digital lifestyle that's seamless and convenient. The contrast between traditional architecture and cutting-edge technology creates a unique atmosphere. You might use a smartphone app to navigate the historic metro system or order food delivery to a centuries-old building. This blend of old and new defines modern Russian urban life. Russia's vast territory contains regions so diverse they feel like separate countries. Tatarstan, with its capital Kazan, represents a fascinating blend of Russian and Turkic cultures. The city features both Orthodox churches and Islamic mosques, often within sight of each other. The local cuisine combines Russian and Central Asian influences, creating dishes you won't find anywhere else. Sochi on the Black Sea coast offers a subtropical climate and resort atmosphere that contrasts dramatically with Siberian regions. The infrastructure developed for the Winter Olympics transformed this area into a year-round destination for both domestic and international visitors. The Far East regions like Vladivostok feel more connected to Asia than Europe. The architecture, food, and cultural influences reflect proximity to China, Japan, and Korea. Then there's the Republic of Karelia, situated near Finland, where 85% of the region is covered by forests. The timber industry drives the local economy, and the architecture resembles Finnish designs with colorful wooden buildings. During summer, many Russians travel here for vacation, drawn by the pristine nature and peaceful atmosphere. Russia's natural landscapes are absolutely breathtaking and incredibly diverse. From the Arctic tundra to the Black Sea coast, this country contains virtually every type of environment imaginable. Lake Baikal in Siberia holds 22% of the world's fresh water and is so clear you can see 40 meters down. The lake is deeper than most mountains are tall and contains unique species found nowhere else on Earth. Standing on its shores in winter, when the surface freezes into crystal-clear ice formations, is an experience that defies description. The Golden Ring cities northeast of Moscow showcase traditional Russian architecture surrounded by pristine forests and rivers. These ancient towns preserve medieval charm while offering glimpses into Russia's spiritual and cultural heritage. Even within Moscow, green spaces are abundant and well-maintained. Gorky Park spans over 120 hectares and provides a peaceful escape from urban energy. The attention to landscaping and public spaces shows a commitment to quality of life that often goes unnoticed by outsiders. Living in Russia means adapting to climate conditions that would challenge most people, yet Russians have mastered this adaptation in remarkable ways. Winter temperatures in Moscow average around -10 degrees Celsius, but the city functions normally throughout the coldest months. Buildings are designed with excellent insulation and heating systems that maintain comfortable indoor temperatures regardless of outdoor conditions. Summer brings a complete transformation. The same city that endures harsh winters becomes a green, vibrant place where people enjoy outdoor activities, festivals, and extended daylight hours. What impressed me was how Russians embrace rather than merely endure winter. Fishing becomes a social activity. Winter sports are widely practiced. The famous Russian Banya or sauna culture thrives during cold months, providing both physical and social warmth. People don't hibernate during winter. They adapt and continue living fully. What surprised you most about these discoveries? Russia completely shattered every preconception I had about this incredible country. From the underground palaces of Moscow's metro system that cost 50 cents to ride, up to the sophisticated fashion scene where Russian women showcase beauty and style that captivates the world, to the educational institutions that produce brilliant minds at affordable costs that would shock any American student. If you found this journey through real Russia as fascinating as I did, make sure you subscribe for more authentic travel content that goes beyond surface-level tourism to explore the real cultures, people, and places that make our world endlessly fascinating. Hit the notification bell so you never miss new adventures. Share your thoughts about these discoveries in the comments below. Have you visited Russia, or do these revelations change your perspective about this incredible country? We are so glad you are with us today. Please leave a comment, like the video to support us, and subscribe for more videos. See you soon.